Goodwill Community Foundation, creating opportunities for a better life.
Cell references are one of the most important concepts in Google Spreadsheets, and there are two different types that you need to know about: relative references and absolute references. Let's start with relative. Relative references are the default type of reference. They're probably the type that you're going to use the most often. In this example, I want to know the amount of money spent on rent and utilities each month, and to do this, I'll need to add the values in these three cells. I'll just enter my formula here. Start by typing the equal sign, and then the formula will be B3 plus B4 plus B5. When you're done, press Enter on your keyboard. Now if I use the fill handle to copy this formula to all of these cells, you can see that in each one, the cell references are actually going to be different. So we have C3, D3, E3, and so on. That's because these are relative references. When we enter the references in the original formula, what the spreadsheet actually sees is just the location relative to the cell that contains the formula. So in this case, it's looking at the three cells above our current location. And those just happen to be B3, B4, and B5. Each copy is also looking at the three cells above the formula. This technique is really useful because it means we can copy the formula, as we did here, and the cell references will sort of move along with it. That doesn't mean the references have to be in the same column, like they are in this example. They could be anywhere in the sheet. It just means that when the formula is copied to a different cell, the references will move along with the formula. There may be times when you don't want the cell reference to change. In this example, we have a list of shopping and entertainment expenses, and we want to find the percent of the total spent on each item. So for the first one, we know we spent about $30 going out to the movies. But what percentage of the total is that? We can find the percentage by dividing. I'll type the equal sign, then B3 divided by B10. Then I'll use the fill handle to copy the formula to the rest of these cells. But wait a minute, that doesn't look right. The first one's correct because it's dividing by B10, which is our total. But as we go down the list, we can see that the cell reference is moving into these empty cells, which isn't what we want. We want it to stay frozen on B10 for all of these formulas, and to do that, we'll need to use an absolute reference. Absolute references will have a $sign placed before the column, row, or both to keep them from changing. If you put $signs before the column and the row, then neither of them will change, no matter where you copy the formula to. If you just put the $sign before the row won't change, but the column will if you copy the formula to a different column. If you just put the $sign before the column, you can imagine what happens then. The column won't change, but the row will if you copy the formula. Most of the time, you're going to be using the first type of absolute reference, the one where there's a $sign before the column and the row. We can go back to our example and add $signs before the column and the row to make B10 an absolute reference. Now if we copy the formula to the rest of this list, the error goes away and we're left with the correct percentages. The relative reference is different in each cell, but the B10 reference, our absolute reference, stays the same. As you can see, the type of reference that you use can have a big impact on your formula. So whenever you're creating one, just ask yourself, do you want to use a relative reference, an absolute reference, or both?